think that JR woke up bright and early with, you know, with a few thoughts in his mind.
Yeah, I want to continue with the deal. Get some more members on my side to really close this.
Let's do it more in terms of place and time. Where would you be, and how are you doing this? And don't forget, these entities can act as well. I kind of like this predatory gaze. Yeah. So yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I don't know how well you know this.
Well, it's
I think I'll go to him first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So through what means is JR going to contact Senator Van Tolter, and you are able to use any of them to sort of open or set a context. I need a place and an activity, right? Fiction, not.
Yeah.
The targeting will go a little later. We need to know where you are walking and talking.
Does he play golf?
Aha.
Maybe.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Golf.
I
see. Yeah, and I see that there's.
So we are going golfing today. That would be nice.
I am definitely saying if we
you and me and the senator.
If we cut, yeah, sure. Let's talk about logistics here. Does the director need any? Oh, but you need to justify how you would go. No, golf course. Right now, we're there, bright and early the next morning, of course, right? Now I'm thinking a golf course in and near South Fork is obvious. There must be a pretty exclusive golf club.
Probably.
Not at the ranch, but on South Fork. And so, yes, not a problem there. South Fork, golf, members only, right, sort of thing.
I think maybe the senator's sitting bright and early and has started to drink an Arnold Palmer.
Oh.
Just like at the golf course, just like happens to, because he knows where the deals are going down in this area. And he knows where he wants to be.
Right? 20s style drink, which means gin and a thing. You have been served by an extremely polite gentleman of African American background. And who turns away from you with an impassive face, right? No
and the senator doesn't know.
Not a thing. No. And so you are going to have golf, right? Yeah. With no problem. We're at the golf course. Has Bobby inserted himself into the situation?
I know that the JR is playing golf every Tuesday.
Right.
So
right.
of course I'm there.
Yeah. So it's like, Senator, let's go out for the
Let's go to golf together. What's your handicap today?
You.
And mine is like maybe 3 Arnold Palmers.
Right. Exactly. Okay, so you can take Sue Ellen wherever you want, and also everybody look at your minions to decide what they might be up to. Does anyone else want to get proactive? Those were the things that I kind of had in mind a little bit. I will check a couple
I
of
will
others.
ask Pamela in the morning if she wants to go out and have brunch at the golf course. Also, so we can.
We're going to all kind of, okay, right.
Perhaps the wives want to get together and have brunch together.
So Pam therefore is going to go to brunch at the golf course if you want.
I can stay with the JR.
I have nothing against hanging out with my husband.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, it's probably still in the kiss when you meet up, kind
just
of.
checking, when was your character born? Like, just curious.
51.
Okay, good.
You have the ages.
Oh, right. Okay, well, we actually have a surprisingly small age difference.
Yeah, exactly. Even though you are technically uncle and aunt, to Lucy. She's very much a little sister to Bobby and Pat. Yeah.
Ellie will be picking up the family archives for the.
And George Grace, which I'm opening up now.
Jorge Grace, yes.
Okay, sorry.
No, that's
George.
Yeah, some people are going to say George.
Some people are going to say George, that's true.
I'm sorry.
He's digging up dirt on Mawabufu.
Yes, I see. Yes, this is the.
Yeah, it's a lot of letters.
But I'm just letting people know it's the Mexican American Farm Workers Union, and they are very closely modeled on the actual farm workers union that's based in California, and has, as far as this game, the Texan attitude is concerned, they are, unforgivably prone to backing up their needs with muscle, unlike our law-abiding paramilitary, non-officially appointed Texas Rangers, who are, of course, good bright lads, all for the institutions of justice.
People just keep running into their fists.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's actually, look them up. The actual Texas Rangers, and you're kind of like, is this legal? And you're kind of, no, actually, it hasn't ever been legal. So, here we go. I'm just checking out. Oh, look at this. Local press. Actually. Well, since Bobby is not available this morning, and neither is JR, where is Jock? Where is Jock this morning? I mean, you've done your bi-weekly trip to Ewing Oil, right? So, yeah.
I don't like eating there.
I know. I mean, they keep talking about, new shit, and they got some new phone system there, which you cannot, barely can manage.
Thank God for Alexis.
Yeah.
Keeps the place running. But sorry, what did you say?
I have. You just read it.
No, but where is he?
Ray specifically.
No.
He is digging up dirt on the Mawafu, so it depends on where it is.
Okay. Well, they do have offices downtown, but they're hardly ever in their offices. They've got like volunteers. Right?
They actually work.
Yeah, exactly.
They actually gotta work.
And so therefore, you would have to know a guy who knows a guy to find the power players there who are busy managing warehouses and engineering plants and agricultural,
I was thinking he's using information, so that's how he gets it.
Well, but Jorge knows all about that.
Yeah, that's
right. Right. Jorge can call a guy who can call a guy.
Exactly.
So you just, I know.
Yeah.
Okay. I know. You are talking to somebody who is managing the, his nominal job is he's overlooking a huge fertilizer processing plant. He's the foreman at that plant. But that means that he is spending a lot of time in an office after he makes sure everything is organized for the day. So now he's calling out to all the different places who farm workers on their daily unofficial jobs, right? They're sort of piecework jobs. They show up in one particular place, or actually several places around Dallas. And then they have teams, the union has teams there who then sign them up and register them, and then they go off and work in fields. Okay, so he's basically on his phone making sure all of that is going well. So you're talking about a really experienced, possibly cynical, right? Industrial worker and manager. And so that's that guy. And then Jorge, who is actually a little too smooth, a little too soft-spoken, who would never threaten anybody directly or have any means or ways to threaten anyone directly. Not for the last decade or so. is definitely can pay the fellow a visit.
Yeah.
That's not a problem at all. Right, and the way I see it, how does Jorge make his entrance to He deserves a peek, everybody. This is one of those, another one of these, oh my God. I can't believe you wrote this, right? Place of birth, been raised in Veracruz in Mexico, an operator in the Texas-Mexico border area, strong contacts in both Mexico City and Dallas, supposedly involved in washing political contributions to Mexico for presidential elections, owes JR a couple of favors.
I didn't hear that. What?
We were looking up at Jorge Grace.
Okay, yeah. I can look at it.
Okay. So, how does he make his entrance into, and I'm thinking this is like in an upper floor in a kind of warehousey area.
Yeah.
There's even the slight smell of processed fertilizer, right? And you have to go up like one of these metal staircases with the nubbly steps, right, to get up there. And his office, has file cabinets falling over and stuff like that.
Okay, so now my next question. All right. Tricky minute. Hello.
This guy, looks up at you. This is going to be. Oh. So buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
So how can I help you?
I am a mutual friend of ours needs a little favor.
Okay. Well, he says, he looks at the sign on his wall, and it says, the Safety Commission has determined that the load on my ass is 3 people. You are the 5th person who wants to ride my ass this morning.
Yeah.
That's the sign on his wall.
Yeah.
He looks at it, decides not to read it to you.
Yeah.
And he kind of like settles himself a little bit, realizes what he's up against here, and will say, actually, you know what? I just looked at his resistance. He'll point to that sign and say, you really want to be number 5?
I heard a little story about some what's a svartfot in English?
Scam.
Scam. Thank you.
Oh.
I heard a little story about some scabs who disappeared. You might have heard it. You might know them.
Well, these illegals, they come and go, and what happens to them, it's such a tragedy, right? I mean, nobody cares about them or anything. And I mean,
sad.
Nobody cares about them.
Somebody cares, but anyway, it's sad. It was them and not.
Okay, so I'm impressed by your humanitarianism, and so and of course I'd like to help in any way I can.
Yeah. I can't make up a lot.
If there are subtitles, fuck off. So you're going to what are you shooting for? Give me an idea.
Yeah, what I'm shooting for. The problem is that I have to make up names here. Jock have a problem with some working issues.
Mm-hmm.
I want these muscles to help Jock with that, and I want to do it by. Later, I want to use investigation. So these other workers or something these guys have done, which is criminal.
Okay.
But I realized too late it needed me to make up like 10 Mexican names on the spot.
No, you can do that. That's fine. I'm sure
Thank
the
you.
character can certainly do that. And
Yeah.
And so he says, "Oh, the old man then. I think maybe we do have a mutual interest." If the old man is appreciative of my efforts, then maybe some of the pressure his enthusiastic offspring could be, dropped down.
They could be calmer.
Yeah, they could be calmer.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Thank you.
Let's see. So, what time is it? And he says, not too early. Opens up the filing cabinet, right? And there's coffee there, like a coffee pot, right? And takes out the tequila.
Yeah.
Right. So little tequila in the coffee, right? All right then. Right, well, we may have to make a roll to make that stick, but he's considering it for sure. And you use the right zone there.
Yeah. With these numbers, I don't have to make a roll.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Okay.
So Josh is not there.
No, correct. No, yeah. These things. Right.
This is a stinky place where no one else will go.
And not only
exactly.
That,
That's why we have
it does work to raise specifically, but that's not so bad for John, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. However, I'm thinking it would be fun for Jock and Ellie to have a scene.
A heart to heart.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, or even, there could even be some. Okay, we're at. Where are you looking for
I think we probably have archives in the probably some room in the main farmhouse where we put the important papers.
But unfortunately, then after they get piled up upon, then somebody loads them up in a big block and takes them out to the barn that is not being used, right? And you're kind of going,
but there's the room of important papers which is too small.
Yes,
So.
yeah, exactly. We are talking about 70 years of oil buildup here, so. So and there's no hard drives, my friends, anywhere.
Oh, right. Okay. I got something. No, so Jock, he's always concerned about Bobby and about JR and whatever they're doing. So he is trying to look for the deed with you, and he's willing to help you, and he thinks he knows where they were.
We must have
15 years ago.
Did we have it? I don't know.
I'm sure
we have it. I'm sure we have it.
Yeah.
Back then when
I'm gonna have it show up in June Rose. No, you have to. I'm gonna have it show up somewhere.
But what he's really concerned about is, of course, always Lucy. What is she up to? I hear she's so this is probably when word has gotten around.
Top of the town.
Yeah. Like afternoon or something.
So this is a little later. Okay.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I might want to take something earlier.
Yeah.
She's running around with the senator's son.
Yeah.
That's not appropriate.
Was it?
How old is he?
Was it today or in a few days that they were supposed to come to dinner?
A few days from now.
I have heard nothing of this.
Oh, you have by now.
I'm pretty sure I have heard about the dinner plans. Was it a couple of days or where was it?
So
let's say
Sunday's the barbecue.
If we want to stick with it, I'm letting time be a little bit stretched.
In a couple of days anyway. Yeah.
Sunday barbecue.
Yes.
And this is
Scene 3.
whose idea?
Yeah.
And
Because that always goes so well.
Yeah.
This is Lucy's idea?
It was Lucy and Sue who were there, right? Yes. So,
Sue Allen from the barbecue.
so I said, Lucy and Sue want to have a barbecue, yes, and of course we should allow young ones to take the initiative and show that they can do things. So I'm fully supportive of the idea.
Oh man, that frat dude threw up in the pool last time.
Well, who else is coming?
Yeah. Who else is coming? That's
Is the senator coming?